Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to day 2 of my commitment to YouTube videos. What's been coming to me today is an insight I had quite a while back, but it just seems to be one that's important right now. And the insight I had was that cats don't give birth to dogs. What this means, at least what it means to me, is that nothing in the universe creates unlike itself. And so, dogs give birth to dogs, cats give birth to cats, people give birth to people, crows give birth to crows, or lay eggs with crows in them. Anyway, the bottom line is nothing in the universe creates unlike itself. And so this also applies to God, source, whatever you want to call it. Creates like himself. So if you believe in God or believe in source, then you are also a creative being. Someone who came here, or I don't know if came here is even the right terminology, that focused themselves into this experience of life on planet Earth to expand and grow the creation process. Well, to create. Source is about creation. Source is about creation, about expanding what is known, expanding what is true, expanding what is possible, taking non-physical energy and turning it into physical energy. So, life on planet Earth is just an expression of the extension of who we really are, extension of our consciousness. Everything is consciousness. So we come from consciousness, we move through consciousness, and we create this holographic experience called planet Earth. And it exists and doesn't exist all at the same time. Just as, we can see, hear, touch, and taste and feel what's around us, it's no different than what we imagine in our minds or what's in non-physical. It's just we give it, through our attention to it, a physical experience. So how do I take non-physical and turn it into physical reality? That is really the question. How do I create? And the answer to that is you're doing it all the time. You're doing it all day long, every single day. You're creating your life. You're creating what you want. Well, not what you want, what you focus on. You're creating what you put your attention to and what you believe. As Jesus said, as you believe, so shall it be done. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look around and see that happening in your life everywhere you look. Your beliefs are constantly being shown to you, coming into fruition. And which is why, we all think the way I see the world is the way it is, because we keep getting evidence of the way we see the world. It's the way it is for us. And you can imagine that, for someone, say, in poverty in Africa or in the States or wherever you are, or someone that is wealthy, their experience is different because their beliefs are different. And it's the only thing that changes anything. So why not have better beliefs? Why not take a look at what am I creating? What's the experience I'm having? And how do I take that experience and move it into a higher vibrational experience? How do I move that into, how do I change? No. Change isn't the right word. How do I get to a place? What is the question I want to ask? There's no how-tos. There's no how-tos. There is only being in the now moment and focusing on what brings me joy. When I stay in the now moment and I focus on what brings me joy, then I automatically expand into a greater experience of joy, a greater experience of love, a greater experience of creation that I will like, because I'm constantly creating. There's no time in your life that you're not in the creation process. And so when I'm thinking negative thoughts, I'm creating negative experience, and there's not even negative isn't even an appropriate word for this, because it's just, what do you want, what do you not want, what are experiences you want to have in opposition to the experience I don't want to have. And when I stop judging them, when I stop judging people, when I stop judging everything, then as right or wrong or good or bad, then I start really stepping into the creative process of allowing what is to be, and then moving it to where I want, moving it to what excites me the most. You know, as Bashar says, and most channels will tell you, follow your highest excitement. What excites you? What delights you? What makes you feel good today? That's what matters. It's the only thing that matters. We're all here to have this amazing experience, and we can't get it wrong. The base of who you are is non-physical energy. So you can't be killed, you can't be hurt, nothing can really go wrong. So you can just have this experience of, what am I creating today? What am I creating in this now moment? What am I creating that's going to make my life feel better? How am I going to contribute to my fellow creators that are all around me? The people in my life that, if they're in your life, here's the bottom line, if they're in your life, then they are co-creators with you. You came here to be together and to create together. So work with them. Let go of the judgments. The judgments is one of those things that will put you into what we might call more painful experiences. Of course, you can have positive judgments, positive, negative. But the bottom line is, we're all here creating. There's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad. It just is. And so, what am I creating? What is the experience I want to have? How do I live in heaven on earth today? How do I create my heaven on earth today? That is the question. What do I want to experience now? What do I want to experience in this now moment? What do I want my creations to look like, feel like, flow like? How do I flow my energy into this day and make it the most amazing experience I can? We love you. Thank you. Have a great day.